Well, I mean, it's probably better for us to leave early, even though I am brave and I can walk in the dark now. You guys believe me, right? Right? Ah, you guys believe me. Go ahead and put in the comment section, I believe you, boy, because I know y'all do. Hello, and welcome back to Spectral Fantasy. I hope you're having a fantastic time, and if not, I hope that I make your day a little bit better. And if I can't make your day better, I hope you find what makes your day better. If you're new here, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games, and if you would like me to play something, please do not hesitate to ask me. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. You decide to give him a break and lean back into your original position before grabbing your gaming console. This is what I told you about the other day. It's for playing video games. I brought an extra console so we could play together if you'd like. I still have to kick your butt in Super Smash Sisters after all. Cyrus looks a bit confused as you hand him the controller, but he picks up how to use it surprisingly quickly after a brief tutorial. Okay, well, I mean, at least we don't have to super explain it to him. I think I've got it. Don't expect me to remember all the combos you just tried explaining, but I think I can manage moving and attacking at least. You'll do fine. I won't go hard on you. This is literally your first time playing a video game. Cyrus sticks his tongue out at you, but you can tell he's enjoying himself. Don't patronize me. You roll your eyes playfully, but clicking start in the game to enter the match with him. As expected, he didn't last long, though he did do better than you were expecting. With enough practice, he would probably be a pretty good player. Okay, Cyrus. Not bad, Cy. If you keep practicing, you'll end up as good as a rival for me. He doesn't immediately reply. You look over at him and see that he's staring at you with an unreadable expression on his face. Is something wrong, Cy? Your words seem to snap him out of it. No, not at all. You just gave me a nickname just now. I've never had one. Not even my parents or sisters called me anything other than my name. I like the way it sounds. The smile on his face was so soft and sweet that it made it impossible not to smile back. Aww. I'm glad. For a second, I was a little worried I messed up. I'll have to come up with a nickname for you at some point once I think of a good one. For some reason, the only one coming to mind right now is Menace. I mean, when it comes to visual novel guys, yeah. Uh, d- 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 I'm totally Angel. So the reason why I don't like when people call me Angel, like, oh, you're such an angel. My brother's name is Angel. I don't know. I don't want to be called my brother, even though people say we look like twins, and he's like 4 inches taller than me. I think. I don't know. And he's like super tall. He just has his hair is longer than mine now, but somehow we look like twins, and I'm chubbier. He's like, if I show y'all a picture, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of me and him. Somebody said we look like twins, and it bothers me every time. um, that tracks, I guess. Well, at least you're honest about your nature. Well, it turns out I happen to be rather fond of a menace. Oh, at least you're fond of them. He rests his chin on his hand and flashes you a teasing grin of his own. Lucky you. Now it was your turn to feel a bit flustered. All that aside, want to play a few more rounds? You hold up the controller and turn the gaming console back on. Cyrus nods eagerly in response and quickly picks his own controller back up. By the time the two of you were done playing, you had not only put well over an hour into Super Bash Sisters, but tackled several other several other games you had brought along with you as well. Okay. Cyrus had moved to lay back on the couch with his legs dangling over the arm while he's staring up at the ceiling of the library. You were sitting next to him, reclined back comfortably with your feet propped up on the coffee table. Well, what's the verdict? Addicted? Not even a question. This is going to be a legitimate problem. I could easily keep playing for hours, days even. I might have to steal your console when you're not looking. Be my guest. You just screw yourself over when it dies without a charging cable. Cyrus laughs, gently nudging your arm. Touchy. I was kidding anyways. I wouldn't take it without permission. We could look into getting you your own if you want. I'd be happy to share games. So, I'd be happy to buy a ghost stuff that they haven't seen, like if they died like years ago, like where stuff came out and stuff. I would love to have a ghost friend where I can just buy them stuff. Just don't scare me, okay? I don't like being scared. When's your birthday? Christmas is coming up too. Cyrus went silent in response, his red eyes wide in surprise. Oh, you don't need to go that far. You've already done so much for me. If anything, I can give you money to get one for me. You have money, Cy? Well, my parents took a lot of it when they moved out, but I do have my savings still. And my father forgot to clear out one of our safes before he left. He shrugs as if it wasn't a big deal. Cy, how much money is in the safe? Because, I mean, am I a struggling person like in this game? I'm just saying you could be helping me out too. I put it all together and counted it up once. I think it's a little over 15,000. Okay, that's not bad. Your jaw drops. Your dad just casually left that much money? Cy chuckles bitterly. They were in a hurry to leave after, well, you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring up painful memories. It's all right. He sighs, his gaze moving to the ceiling again. Do you think after this long I'd be over it? You hesitate for a moment, unsure whether to continue or change the topic. Do you want to talk about it? Cy was quiet for a moment. He seemingly thought it over. If you don't mind listening, I've never talked about this with anyone. He sits up on the couch, once again, eye level with you. Only if you're comfortable. I think it'll be good to say this out loud to someone. Oh, Cy. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. Go ahead, Cy. Cy takes a deep breath in, seemingly collecting all his thoughts and preparing himself for what he was about to say. I died in 1962. One of our maids ended up catching scarlet fever, and it quickly spread through the entire manor. Half of the staff was out sick, but thankfully everyone was okay, until it got to me. He clenches his hands together on his lap with a bitter smile on his face. I didn't even last 2 nights. My parents called in every doctor in town to try to save me, but I was 19, and I should have been old enough to fight it off. It was only supposed to be fatal to children. He takes a shaky breath and brings his sweater sleeve up to rub his eyes. I'm fine, I promise. Cyrus, you don't have to talk anymore about this. I can't even begin to imagine how painful it is. You move closer to him on the couch and reach out to rest your hand on his arm. It is painful, but it also feels cathartic to talk about with someone. I want to keep going if you don't mind listening a little longer. Not at all. I just worry about you. Cyrus gives you a faint smile and gently pats your hand that's resting on his arm. Thank you, Voyia. I'm okay. He takes another breath, seemingly a little more calm now, and begins speaking again. Not long after I passed, my family moved out of the manor. I don't know if it was because they didn't want to stay in the house their son died in or what, but they were gone within a month. As you can see, they pretty much left all the furniture here. My bedroom in particular was completely untouched. They didn't take anything, though my sister did put together a keepsake chest in the attic filled with a lot of my favorite things. I'm not sure why she didn't take it with her. I tried so hard to communicate with them, tell them I was still here. I didn't learn how to make myself visible to the living people or move objects until long after they already left. Cyrus pauses for another moment as he collects himself, and you can make out unshed tears glistening in his eyes. Oh, poor Cy. I was bitter and resentful about it for a long time. I mean, here I am stuck, helpless to do anything as I am forced to watch my family grieve my death and leave me all alone. He lets out a shaky sigh and rubs his eyes again before continuing. I used to take it out on potential buyers for the manor after my family sold it. I never hurt anyone, but I made sure I scared them so badly they would never come back. I couldn't handle seeing my family move on without me and new people move into my home. He exhales slowly and goes quiet for a while. A moment later, his eyes find yours again. Anyways, that's the gist of it. Thank you for listening, Voyia. Ah, it suddenly all made sense why Blairwood Manor was never bought and had just left to fall into disrepair in the woods. You sit in silence for a moment as you try to come up with the right words to say to him. Instead, you lean closer to him on the couch and wrap him in a gentle hug. Cyrus returns the gesture almost immediately, his chilling hands gripping onto the fabric of your shirt. I'm so sorry, Cy. I don't even know what to say. Cyrus chuckles softly. His tone sounds a little lighter than it was a few moments ago. You don't have to say anything. I appreciate you being my therapist for a bit. It means a lot. I have a question. Were there therapists back then? I'm not saying it wasn't, okay? And he said he died like 18 something. In the 1800s, were there therapists back then? It's a dumb question, but answer it respectfully. I don't really know. He gives you one last squeeze before letting you go. It was nice getting to talk about all that. Painful, but nice. So now you know my tragic backstory. I wish there was more I could do to help besides just listen. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Not right now. I feel like I've dumped enough trauma on you for one day. Besides, you being my friend is already more than enough. He smiles and lightly nudges your shoulder with his own. He looks like he's in a significantly better mood now, thankfully. That's good. Still, you wanted to make sure he was fully cheered up. I know I said I would go for every flirty thing in a visual novel. Of course I would, but I don't think this calls for that right now. I'm glad you think so. You're stuck with me now. I'm going to visit as often as I can and spoil you with video games, books, movies, and whatever I can think of. Cyrus looks overwhelmed by the words and lightly averts his eyes as he fiddles with the locket around his neck. You're entirely too sweet, Voyia. Oh? I thought I was a menace. Being sweet and being a menace aren't mutually exclusive. You're good at being both. Don't be mean to me, Cy. I'm being nice to you. Cyrus casts a quick glance at the window of the library before turning back to you with a bittersweet smile. The sun is going to be setting soon. Let's get you packed up. Kicking me out, huh? I'm hurt, Cy. He chuckled and rolled his eyes at your dramatics. Oh yes, I'm so mean for kicking you out so you have time to get home and you don't have to ride your bike in the dark. Terrible friend, yeah. I want to stay here until it's dark and then ride my bike and cry. I'm sure you remember what happened the last time you were in the woods at night, I've gotten braver since then. Yeah, I think I'm a little braver. Cyrus gives you a dubious look. Okay, Cyrus. Don't be getting on me, okay? Is that right? Perhaps we'll have to test that theory one of these nights. No, we don't. We don't have to test that theory. Just take my word on it that I'm brave and don't scare me. Please. The property line of the manor goes a decent way into the forest. I could head out with you and see just how brave you really are. Now then, come on, grab your stuff. He begins helping you grab your belongings and stuff them into a backpack before walking you back down to the foyer. Well, I mean, it's probably better for us to leave early, even though I am brave and I can walk in the dark now. You guys believe me, right? Right? Nah, you guys believe me. Go ahead and put in the comment section, I believe you, boy, because I know y'all do. Is it alright if I come back again tomorrow? Cyrus smiles brightly in response and reaches out to ruffle your hair. You don't even have to ask. I did say that you're welcome here anytime, didn't I? Well, yeah, but it's still polite to ask. It really does surprise me how you can go from such a tease to such a sweetheart. It's a gift, you know? I mean, I can go from being like super flirty to super nice real quick. Cyrus chuckles and rolls his eyes again. Of course. But yes, you're welcome to come back tomorrow. You could even spend the night if you felt like it. There's a bedroom I kept locked that's in really good condition. I can show you tomorrow if you like. His expression turns gentle and sweet as he regards you. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my god, we can have a sleepover, Sai. I'll bring my laptop for movies and popcorn. Sai looks. Wait, I'm sorry. Before I read this, can can he eat? Can he eat? Question mark. I mean, I get it. He probably hasn't eaten in years, but can he still eat? Like, or will it just like fall out of him? Just a question. Just a question. Sai looks like he wanted to question you for a moment, but thought better of it. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah, I have work in the afternoon that I need to get done, so I'll probably stop by a little later in the day. I'll have candles and a fireplace going then. You don't need to rely on your flashlight this time. Alright, we can talk more tomorrow. Get home safe, Voyia. He gives you a gentle nudge towards the door and waves. Thanks. Night, Sai. See you tomorrow. I want a ghost friend so bad. This makes me want a ghost friend so bad. You grin and wave back before heading out the front door and back to where you left your bike resting against the gates. Thankfully, you made it home before the sun was completely set. Later, after dinner and a shower, you were ready for bed. As you were trying to fall asleep, you couldn't help but be excited for tomorrow night. You were seriously going to have a sleepover with a ghost in a haunted mansion. The thought of getting to spend the night with Cyrus made you feel light and fluttery in your chest, too. What are you thinking about, ma'am? You felt a lot closer to him after spending the entire day together today and learning so much about him. Pushing those thoughts aside for now, you snuggle further into your pillow and will yourself to sleep. Chapter 2 complete. And it's morning time. This is going to be a very short one, you guys. I think I'm going to stop you right here. And we're going to spend the whole entire day with Cyrus. Thank you guys so much. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I am sorry that I'm breaking them up in parts, but it's Friday, okay? So don't judge me. Peace and love. Stay safe out there, everybody. Bye.